Reddit stories to fall asleep to. Our slash stories. IF20. Gave a guy my extra water bottle and accidentally got him fired, but it turned out okay. This happened like a month and a half ago, and I still think about it all the time. IF20. Was doing a late grocery run because I'm bad at being an adult and had basically nothing in my fridge. While I was checking out, the guy bagging my groceries noticed my water bottle clipped to my backpack and said something like, "Those are cool. Are they actually worth it?" We ended up chatting a little. He said he'd been trying to drink more water, but couldn't justify spending like $40 on a bottle. I told him I had a second one at home I barely use, and I offered to drop it off if he wanted it. He seemed super surprised but excited and said that'd be awesome. So the next day I cleaned the bottle, stuck in a little gift bag I had, don't judge me LOL, and left it at customer service with a note that said, I didn't see him that day, but I figured it'd find its way to him and maybe make his day. And that was it, or so I thought. Fast forward to last week. I'm back at the same store, and I see Marcus again. But now he's in a full-on security guard uniform. He walks over, smiles a little, and goes, "Hey, thanks again for the bottle, but, you kinda got me fired." I thought he was joking. He was not joking. Grimacing face. Apparently, the store manager thought I was a secret shopper or something and reported it as a boundary violation. Even though Marcus explained it, they let him go. I felt horrible, like full panic mode. But he just shrugged and said, honestly, it was probably the best thing that could have happened. Turns out he used it as motivation to finally apply for a security job he'd been putting off, and now he makes more money, gets benefits, and has weekends off. He still uses the bottle, too. So, yeah, I accidentally got someone fired trying to be nice, and it somehow worked out better for him. Life is weird. Here are the top comments. He got a security job that pays more, has benefits and weekends off. None of this adds up for starting in security, rolling on the floor laughing. Bro playing 5D chess. They fired him for basically an ethics violation, but then hired him for a job that requires strong ethics? Either Marcus is leaving something out, or that manager wanted to fire him all along grinning face with sweat. That's a dumb reason to fire someone. Story 2. I helped a woman pick out a dress at, and tailor months later, she found me again. A few months back, I was waiting outside the fitting rooms at and Taylor while my daughter tried on clothes. A woman stepped out, clearly discouraged. She had tried on a ton of things and still hadn't found anything for what she said was her husband's company Christmas party. She glanced at me, lanyard around my neck, pen behind my ear, rookie mistake, and asked, "Can you help me find something that actually works?" I didn't have a heart to tell her I didn't work there, so I just smiled and said, "Let's do it." We spent about 20 minutes picking through racks. She was kind, funny, and I could tell she really wanted to feel good in her own skin again. Eventually, we found a dress that lit her up. She looked absolutely radiant. As she beamed at herself in the mirror, she asked me, "How long have you worked here?" I laughed and told her the truth. "Oh, I don't work here. I'm just waiting on my daughter." We both cracked up. She gave me the biggest hug and said it was the most fun she'd had shopping in ages. I figured that was the end of it. Until last week. I was grabbing coffee at a local bakery when someone tapped me on the shoulder. It was her. She recognized me right away and said, "You helped me find that dress. I've been hoping to run into you again." I wanted to say thank you properly. We sat down for coffee and ended up talking for nearly an hour. Turns out she wore the dress, felt amazing, had the best night in a long time, and it sparked her to start putting herself out there again in all sorts of ways. She's now volunteering at a local women's group and just glowing with confidence. Funny how a small moment between strangers can ripple in ways you never expect. I'm so glad our paths crossed again. Some people really do stay with you. Story 3. I thought my upstairs neighbor hated me. Then I found the note. I live on the second floor of a 3-story apartment building, aka the anxiety sandwich zone. Every sound from above or below feels like it's happening inside my skull. For the longest time, I thought my upstairs neighbor hated me. Not for anything I did, just in general. She moved in during the pandemic, never said hi, wore big headphones. Dropped things constantly. I'd hear random thuds at 3 a.m., like someone losing a Jenga match in slow motion. Once, something rolled across her floor for a full 30 seconds. Who rolls something for that long? What was it? A bowling ball? A watermelon? Anyway, a few weeks in, I started leaving my shoes at the door and walking in socks, just in case she could hear me. I turned my music down, started closing cabinets more gently. I even felt guilty sneezing too loud, which is wild. Imagine apologizing for sneezing in your own apartment. And then the worst thing happened. One night, I accidentally dropped a full glass of water in the kitchen. Loud crash. Glass everywhere. I cleaned it up fast, but I was convinced she'd come downstairs and yell, or file a noise complaint, or both. But instead, the next morning, I found a post that stuck to my door. Yellow, slightly crumpled, handwriting like a teacher's. Hey, hope you're okay. I heard a crash last night. Just wanted to check in. I drop stuff all the time, too. No judgment, smiling face with smiling eyes. App 3C. Reader, I melted. This woman I'd invented an entire villain arc for was just me, but one floor up. Later that week, I baked banana muffins box mix. Let's not pretend I'm a hero, and left them in front of her door with a note. From your equally clumsy neighbor. She sent me a voice note later. These are amazing. Also, I'm pretty sure the rolling sound you heard last week was a cantaloupe. Long story. Now we talk occasionally. Trade leftovers. Send each other memes. Still haven't met in person, but somehow it feels like I've made a friend, just through walls and floorboards and scribbled notes. And yeah, she still drops things at 3 a.m., but now I just laugh and think, same, girl, same. Comment down below on what you think.